Every night at exactly 11:11 p.m., Cairo pulled out his phone, his thumb hovering over the familiar contact labeled Jamie Forever. It had been 6 months since the accident that took Jamie away, a drunk driver on a rainy Chicago highway, turning their shared dreams into shattered glass and twisted metal. But tonight, like every night, Cairo typed, "Miss you more than words, babe. Wish you were here to see the stars over Lake Michigan." He hit send, his heart clenching as the message whooshed into the void. Then, as always, the reply came almost instantly. "The stars are brighter where I am. Tell me about your day." Cairo's breath caught in his throat. At first, he'd thought it was a glitch, some digital echo from the past. But the responses were too real, too varied. Sometimes quoting inside jokes, other times offering comfort that felt eerily like Jamie's voice. He hadn't told anyone. Not his conservative parents back in suburban Illinois who had barely tolerated his coming out, nor his friends who urged him to move on. In the dim glow of his one-bedroom apartment in Wrigleyville, Cairo stared at the screen, wondering if grief had finally driven him mad. Yet he couldn't stop. It was his lifeline, this phantom conversation threading through the loneliness. The next morning, Cairo dragged himself to his job at a graphic design firm downtown. The city buzzed around him, commuters rushing past on the L train, the scent of fresh coffee from corner cafes. But he felt detached, like a ghost himself. His boss, Marlene, noticed his distraction during the team meeting. "Cairo, you okay? You've been off since." "Well, you know." She meant Jamie, of course. Everyone tiptoed around it. Cairo forced a smile. "Yeah, just a rough night." But inside, he replayed the texts. "Remember our trip to the dunes? Let's plan another." It wasn't Jamie's exact words, but close enough to sting. That evening, as rain pattered against his window, Cairo texted again. "Work sucked today. Marlene's on my case about deadlines." The reply, "She doesn't get it. Push back if you need to. You're stronger than you think." Cairo's eyes welled up. Jamie had always been the bold one, the one who stood up to bullies in high school when Cairo came out. They met at a pride event in college, Jamie with his infectious laugh and easy confidence, pulling Cairo into a world where love didn't hide. But now, with Jamie gone, Cairo faced the world alone. His family's awkward silences during holidays, the subtle judgments from coworkers who whispered about that gay guy who's still mourning. He decided to test it. "What's our song?" he typed, heart pounding. The pause was longer this time. Then, "Hosiers like real people do. We danced to it in the kitchen." Accurate. Chills ran down Cairo's spine. Was this some afterlife miracle? Or a cruel hack? He didn't care. It kept Jamie alive, if only in pixels. Days blurred into weeks. Cairo's routine solidified. Work, gym to numb the pain, then texts at night. The responses grew more personal, asking about his dreams, his fears. One night, "I worry you're isolating yourself. Reach out to friends." Cairo replied, "They don't understand. No one does." The answer, "I do. Always have." Felt like therapy, but with a twist of the impossible. Meanwhile, across town in a bustling Logan Square loft, Ryan Hayes stared at his phone, guilt gnawing at him. The number had been reassigned to him 3 months ago, right after he moved to Chicago for a fresh start post-breakup. The first text came out of the blue. "Good night. Love. Dream of us." Confused, Ryan had almost ignored it, but something, curiosity, empathy, made him reply, "Sweet dreams to you too." And it snowballed from there. Ryan was 28, a software engineer with a kind heart hidden behind a sarcastic exterior. He'd pieced together the story from the messages. A lost love named Jamie, a grieving partner named Cairo. At first, he responded vaguely, but as the texts poured in, he found himself drawn in. Cairo's pain mirrored his own recent heartbreak. His ex, Mark, had cheated, leaving Ryan questioning everything. Pretending to be Jamie felt wrong, but stopping seemed crueler. What harm in a little comfort? He told himself, researching details from Cairo's hints to keep the illusion alive. One evening, Ryan's roommate, Sophia, caught him typing furiously. Who you texting, mystery man? She teased. Ryan flushed. Just a friend. But inside, doubts festered. Was he catfishing? Exploiting grief? Society's views on gay relationships already made things complicated. His own family in Texas barely acknowledged his orientation. Adding deception to the mix? Risky. Back in Wrigleyville, Cairo confided more. My parents want me to date again. They say it's time. Reply, only when you're ready. Love isn't a timeline. Cairo smiled for the first. Maybe healing was possible. As winter gripped Chicago, blanketing the streets in snow, Cairo's texts became a ritual of survival. The responses evolved, injecting humor that lightened his days. Saw a dog in a sweater today. Reminded me of that time we dressed up the neighbor's pup. Cairo laughed out loud, a sound foreign in his empty apartment. But doubts crept in. He Googled texting deceased numbers. Stories of reassigned lines, hackers, even apps simulating conversations. None matched this warmth. One night, fueled by whiskey, Cairo pushed, "Prove it's you. What was our first date disaster?" The reply came swift. Picnic in Grant Park. Ants invaded the sandwiches and it rained. We laughed under an umbrella. Spot on. Cairo's resolve cracked. He needed answers but feared losing the connection. Ryan, meanwhile, delved deeper. He'd stalked Cairo's social media, public profiles from before the accident, photos of a happy couple at Cubs games, pride parades. Cairo was handsome, with kind eyes and a shy smile. Ryan felt a pang, not just sympathy, but attraction. "This is messed up," he muttered, pacing his loft. Sophia pressed him. "Spill it, Ryan. You're acting weird." He confessed partially, helping someone through grief anonymously. She frowned. "Sounds like playing God. What if he finds out?" Society's lens amplified Ryan's guilt. In a city progressive on paper, subtle homophobia lingered. Stares on dates, slurs in bars. Pretending to be a dead man could spark outrage, labeling him a predator. Yet, Cairo's vulnerability pulled him. "I feel so alone without you." Ryan typed, "You're never alone. I'm here." Cairo's life outside the text stagnated. Friends invited him out, but he declined, preferring the digital solace. At a holiday party, his coworker Jay cornered him. "Dude, it's been months. Jamie wouldn't want you moping." Cairo snapped, "You don't know what he wanted." The room fell silent, highlighting the divide. Straight friends sympathizing but not understanding the layers of loss in a marginalized love. Emboldened, Cairo shared dreams. "I want to travel again, like we planned, to San Francisco." Reply, "Go for it. Live for both of us." It sparked action. Cairo booked a solo trip, his first step forward. Ryan's own world shifted. A promotion at work meant longer hours, but he prioritized the texts. One night, Cairo asked, "Do you miss our touches?" Ryan hesitated, too intimate. He replied vaguely, "Every moment," but it stirred something in him, a longing for real connection. Conflict brewed when Cairo's sister, Emily, visited. Supportive unlike their parents, she noticed his phone obsession. "Who are you texting so much?" Cairo lied. "Old friends." She probed. "Cairo, grief counseling might help." "This isn't healthy," he defended. "It helps more than you know." Their argument escalated, touching on family rejection. "Mom and Dad still pretend Jamie was a roommate. How do I move on when they deny us?" Emily's words lingered, prompting Cairo to investigate. He called the carrier. Jamie's number was active, reassigned. His world tilted. Who the hell is replying? Anger mixed with betrayal. Ryan sensed the shift in texts. More probing questions. "Tell me something only you know." He recalled a detail from Cairo's posts. The scar on your knee from biking in college. But guilt peaked. He considered confessing. In a bar one evening, Ryan overheard a conversation about online deception in relationships, how it erodes trust, especially in the LGBTQ community already facing authenticity struggles. It hit home. He texted, "We need to talk about something important." Cairo's heart raced. "What?" But Ryan chickened out. Just that I love you. A lie wrapped in truth. As spring thaw began, Cairo hired a PI friend to trace the number. Results: Ryan Hayes, 28, Chicago resident. Photos confirmed. A stranger, yet familiar in vibe. Fury boiled. You've been playing me? He confronted via text. Who are you really? Ryan's reply, I'm sorry. Let me explain. The revelation hit Cairo like a freight train. Staring at Ryan's LinkedIn profile, sharp features, a confident grin, he felt violated. Explain? You've been impersonating my dead boyfriend, he typed, fingers shaking. Ryan responded quickly, I never meant to. It started as a kind gesture. Your pain. It reminded me of mine. Can we meet? Face to face. Cairo hesitated. Logic screamed no, report him, block him. But curiosity and a twisted need for closure won. They agreed on neutral ground. A quiet cafe in Lincoln Park, midday to avoid drama. Arriving early, Cairo nursed a coffee, nerves frayed. When Ryan walked in, tall, with tousled hair and apologetic eyes, Cairo's anger faltered. You look nothing like him, he blurted. Ryan sat, hands up. I'm so sorry, Cairo. The first text came, and I replied on impulse. Then it snowballed. I learned about Jamie from your messages, your posts. I wanted to help. As Ryan explained his breakup, his move to Chicago seeking reinvention, Cairo listened, walls cracking. Why not stop? Tell me the truth sooner. Ryan sighed. I got attached. Your stories, your strength, it drew me in. Plus, I didn't want to add to your hurt. The conversation unearthed shared pains. Both from unsupportive families, both navigating gay life in a judgmental world. Ryan's Texas roots mirrored Cairo's Illinois ones. Parents who loved the sinner, hated the sin. Cairo shared Jamie's death details, tears flowing. Ryan listened, offering genuine empathy, not scripted replies. Leaving the cafe, Cairo felt conflicted. Betrayal lingered, but so did connection. Don't text me anymore, he said. Ryan nodded. Understood. Days later, isolation returned. Without the nightly ritual, grief resurfaced raw. Friends noticed his withdrawal. Emily urged therapy. At work, a project on inclusivity campaigns forced Cairo to confront societal biases. Ads promoting LGBTQ rights, yet his own life felt hypocritical. Ryan, too, struggled. He deleted the chat history, but memories haunted. Sophia advised, you did wrong, but with good intent. Apologize and move on. But Ryan couldn't. He volunteered at a grief support group for the queer community, hoping to atone. Fate intervened at a Pride fundraiser in Boys Town. Cairo attended reluctantly, pushed by friends. Spotting Ryan across the room, volunteering, his pulse quickened. They locked eyes. Ryan approached cautiously. Hey, no texts, as promised. Small talk led to deeper waters. I missed the conversations, Cairo admitted. Not the lie, but the comfort. Ryan, me too. Maybe we start over? As ourselves. Tentative dates followed, walks along the lakefront, dinners in cozy spots. Chemistry sparked, but shadows loomed. Was this rebound? Exploitation? Society's whispers amplified doubts. Friends warned Cairo. He's the guy who catfished you? That's toxic. Online forums debated similar stories, some calling it romantic, others predatory. Family added fuel. Cairo's parents visited, sensing change. Seeing someone new? Mom asked. Cairo tested. A guy named Ryan. Dad's face tightened. So soon after. That friend. The denial stung, igniting argument. Jamie was my boyfriend. Acknowledge it. They left strained, highlighting generational rifts. Ryan faced his own. A call from his brother, laced with homophobic jabs. Still playing pretend up there? It echoed the deception, eroding confidence. High tension peaked during a weekend getaway to Michigan dunes, echoing Cairo's texts about past trips. Over bonfire, truth spilled. Cairo accused Ryan of emotional manipulation. Ryan defended his intentions. I fell for you through your words. Is that so wrong? Storming off, Cairo questioned everything. Was love possible amid lies? Society's pressure to get over it clashed with his need to honor Jamie. Reconciliation came slowly. Back in Chicago, they talked honestly, no phones, just voices. I forgive you, Cairo said. But we build trust from scratch. As summer warmed Chicago streets, Cairo and Ryan's relationship deepened cautiously. Dates turned intimate. Not physical, but emotional. Sharing childhood stories, fears of rejection. Ryan introduced Cairo to his world, coding meetups, indie music scenes, while Cairo showed Ryan Jamie's favorite haunts, blending past and present. Conflicts arose externally. At a family barbecue, Cairo's cousin sneered, "Moving on quick, huh? Jamie's barely cold." It sparked debate. Was grief's timeline societal construct? Cairo defended, "Love doesn't expire." But internally, guilt nagged. Was he betraying Jamie? Ryan's workplace added drama. A colleague outed his story anonymously online. Engineer catfishes grieving gay man. Comments exploded. Supportive voices clashed with accusations of fraud, mental abuse. Ryan's boss called him in. This reflects poorly. Keep personal life private. It highlighted workplace discrimination, subtle but real for LGBTQ employees. The couple faced it together. Cairo posted a thoughtful thread on social media. Grief, deception, new love. It's messy, but human. Responses varied. Praise for vulnerability, hate for glorifying lies. It ignited broader discussions on ethics in digital age, especially in marginalized communities where connection is scarce. Personal highs balanced lows. A trip to San Francisco, as Cairo once dreamed, became their milestone. Walking hand in hand through Castro, they felt free. Yet protesters nearby rallied against queer rights, reminding of fragility. Back home, a crisis hit. Cairo's mom called, hospitalized after a fall. Rushing to Illinois, Cairo brought Ryan testing waters. In the hospital room, introductions were tense. "This is Ryan, my partner." Dad grumbled. "Another one?" Mom, medicated, softened. "If he makes you happy." It was progress, but arguments ensued about acceptance. "We've tried," Dad said. "But it's against our beliefs." Cairo challenged. "Beliefs that hurt your son?" The visit exposed generational chasms. Parents raised in conservatism versus Cairo's lived reality. Ryan supported quietly, sharing his own family estrangement. Healing continued through therapy. Cairo attended sessions, processing betrayal and loss. "Ryan isn't Jamie," the counselor noted. "That's okay." It helped Cairo separate loves. Ryan volunteered more, advocating for digital ethics in LGBTQ spaces. Their story, anonymized, inspired workshops on healthy online interactions. Chow Treo built when an ex of Ryan's, Mark, resurfaced via message. "Heard about your little scam. Careful, Cairo, he's a liar." So doubt. Cairo confronted Ryan. "Any more secrets?" Ryan confessed past mistakes. "Mark cheated, but I wasn't perfect. Jealous, controlling. Transparency strengthened them, but Mark's harassment escalated, posting defamatory claims online. Legal advice followed. They filed reports, navigating cyberbullying laws biased against queer victims. Community rallied, friends, online allies, turning tide. In quieter moments, affection grew. Picnics in parks echoed old disasters, but with new laughter. "This is real," Cairo whispered one night, stargazing. Yet society pushed back. A local news piece on digital deceptions in dating featured similar tales, sparking debate. Innovation in connection or moral decay? Their story leaked subtly, dividing opinions. As fall approached, commitment loomed. Ryan proposed moving in. "Let's build our future." Cairo paused, weighing Jamie's memory. "Yes," he said, choosing forward. With boxes stacked in their new shared apartment overlooking the Chicago River, Cairo and Ryan navigated cohabitation's realities. Mornings brought coffee rituals, evenings debates on everything from politics to pizza toppings. But Jamie's shadow lingered, photos on shelves, occasional wistful glances. Ryan understood. He's part of you. That's fine. External pressures mounted. A viral podcast discussed their anonymized story, labeling it romantic redemption or emotional fraud. Listeners argued, does intent justify deception? Cairo listened, conflicted. His own post drew thousands. Love found in unlikely places? Worth the pain? Family dynamics evolved slowly. Thanksgiving brought Cairo's parents to the city. Tension simmered. Dad's awkward questions about lifestyle. Mom's tentative warmth toward Ryan. Over turkey, debate erupted on marriage equality. Parents' conservative views clashing with the couple's. It's unnatural, Dad said. Cairo countered. Love is love. Ryan added personal anecdotes humanizing the issue. By evening's end, no conversions, but seeds planted. Ryan's family remained distant. A holiday card arrived, and signed by his father. It hurt, underscoring rejection's toll. They attended a support group, sharing stories with others facing similar, fostering community bonds. Professionally, triumphs came. Cairo's design firm landed a major LGBTQ campaign. Ryan's app promoting ethical online chats gained traction, but backlash followed. Conservative groups boycotted. Online trolls harassed. It highlighted societal divides, progress amid pushback. Intimate moments fortified them. A quiet anniversary, meeting day spent reminiscing. Without those texts, Cairo said, we wouldn't be here. Ryan, fate or folly? They laughed, embracing complexity. High drama peaked at a pride event. Mark appeared, drunk and confrontational. You're with a con artist. A scuffle ensued. Security intervened. Media sensationalized. Gay love triangle turns ugly. Public opinion split. Sympathy for victims of deception versus celebration of resilience. In aftermath, Cairo and Ryan reflected deeply. Was it all worth it? Cairo asked. Ryan, absolutely. You taught me honesty. I gave you hope. As winter returned, stability settled. Cairo visited Jamie's grave, Ryan by his side. Thank you for leading me here, he whispered. Felt like closure, not replacement. Their story inspired others, couples sharing similar paths, sparking dialogues on grief, ethics, love in digital era. Yet, questions remained. Where does comfort cross into harm? In the end, Cairo and Ryan thrived, advocating for change. But the journey raised a profound query. True or false? Finding new love after loss dishonors the memory of the departed?